You ain't touching me unless I want you to. I'm not joking, this is my body. It's my right to choose who I date. I can get them all.
Yeah, this group wants you to know that only yes means yes. Sex Education by Theater, or SExT, is reacting to Premier Ford's rollback of the sex ed curriculum with this track called Bodak Consent. It's a take on Cardi B's Bodak Yellow, and two of the minds behind the project join me this morning. Welcome, Shira Taylor and Lauren Chang. Thank you very much both for joining us this morning. And Shira, you were just saying you're a grad student, so normally you're going to bed at this time.
Yes.
We got you up a little early today.
Yes.
But for a good cause and a great cause. How did this come about with SExT?
So SExT is my PhD thesis at U of T in public health. And I wanted to put youth from a community where talking about sex is sometimes cultural taboo center stage. And I wanted to do this in a way where culture was seen as enriching the conversation. So I got together a group of youth from Toronto's Thorncliffe and Flemington Park, and we created a play where they act, sing, dance about everything from chlamydia to homophobia to consent. And now, in partnership with CanFAR, we've been able to tour that play to 4,000 students in areas of Canada most affected by HIV and release our first music video.
Does it make it easier for kids to talk about it when they see it in a form like this, where, you know, they can almost laugh at it in some ways?
Absolutely. I definitely think it does. I think for students who see people who look like them, who listen to the same music, when sex ed is personally relevant, that's when it's most impactful. That's what the research says. So that's why rapping and singing about it is really effective.
And Lauren, what was it like writing the song? I mean, you had the music, but you rewrote the song, and it sounds incredible.
Well, I knew I wanted to do the song Bodak Yellow because it's one of those songs that all of my friends knew the words to. And I thought it was pretty cool that it was by a female rapper. And I knew I wanted to talk about consent, but I wanted to do it like the way female rappers do it, like very confident, very empowering. Like when I rap as Miss G, I feel like I am in control of my body.
And have you heard from Cardi B at all?
Not yet, but we're still hoping.
Not yet.
And what was it like trying to rewrite the lyrics for it?
Well, I've done this a couple of times. I really like trying to find words that fit a specific beat. Like, that's really fun for me. And also trying to make it so it'll look good on stage, too, and we were able to act certain parts out. So that's what I look to.
And are you getting a response from, I mean, it was for your friends, but it's gone beyond that. And what's the response you're getting from people?
People love it. People are sharing it.
It's been amazing. I just got an email this morning from a teacher in BC who said, I'd love to use this across our school district to teach sex ed. Yeah. So,
Well, it's so, because it's talking to people in a way they're used to being talked to, and it's in a conversation they can understand rather than from up here or from a book. It makes it far more understandable, does it not?
Exactly. And using theater, we're able to model difficult situations, and people watching the video can see how we react. So, for example, in the video, you see a girl dancing, and a guy comes and grinds against her, and she doesn't want him to. So how does she react? How do bystanders react? How do her friends react? So it provides a safe way to model consent.
And I know you're trying to reach out to the Premier and hopefully have your voice heard about this because of the changes. They've rolled back the sex ed curriculum. Do you think this is being heard at Queen's Park?
I hope so. I think my approach is that everyone on all sides of this debate, everyone's trying to protect youth. But when we do our play, we get questions from audience members like, I'm 12 and a boy in my class keeps asking me to send him nudes. Do I have to? Or 12. And one student came up to us and said, you know, I was sexually assaulted and I didn't know what to do, but now after seeing your play, I know what to do. So I hope people realize that protecting youth, in our view, is giving them the answers to these questions so they can protect themselves. And it's also nice to see the youth voice powerful, because usually it's just adults yelling at each other, to be honest. So it's nice for us to be able to show that youth deserve a seat at the table.
All right, wonderful. We appreciate what you're doing, and we're out of time. But can we do a little? Can you do a little freestyle for us, Lauren, as we head to the break?
I'll do a little bit from the song.
All right, let's hear it.
Said, listen up, you ain't touching me unless I want you to. I'm not joking, this is my body. It's my right to choose who I date. I can get them all, I don't want to choose. And I'm quick, and I'll cut you off if you're acting rude. Look, if you want to date, ask me or you'll miss. And if you want a kiss, ask me for a kiss. If you ask me and I don't speak, don't assume that I mean yes. Consent is active, verbal, voluntary. Make sure I mean yes.
Nice. Well done. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Lauren will be performing Bodak's Consent at Canfire's annual Bloor Street Entertains Gala on Wednesday, November 28th. Head to our website for tickets.